Yes, I know it's an old birkenstock sole. The customer actually brought it for repairs and indicated that it's good we wrap it considering how rough it was looking. So first thing first, when you want to wrap your birkenstock sole, you are leaving 1 inch allowance. I'm sure you can't see it clearly from the video, or some can see it, yeah. Don't mind me, there was a mistake in the initial stage, but we corrected it. So you are leaving 1 inch space for the backing stock. Now we are not wrapping it down to the sole itself. All we are doing is just to wrap the insole to make it look neater. After cutting it, you can now go ahead into applying your gum. Make sure you are leaving 1 inch. It must not be it must not be more than 1 inch. Why? Because since the leather is not going downward, like it's not going down to the sole, you don't need to leave too many allowance. Hope is making sense as seen in the video. So you don't need to leave too many allowance. Apply gum all over the backing stock. That's the backing stock sole as seen in the video. Then you also go ahead into applying on the leather. That's the black leather that you'll be using to wrap. Then you let it sit for max, will I say 2 to 3 minutes to be sure that it is properly dried. When you are done with that, you can now go ahead into placing the leather on your birkenstock sole. Truthfully, I'm a fan of wrapping birkenstock sole because after wearing it for some time, it starts getting dirty. So I'm a fan of wrapping birkenstock sole. But some customers usually don't like it. They will tell you that just let the sole be like that. When it gets dirty or when it gets old, that is when they will wrap it. But they just want to have the feel of the birkenstock. So of course we'll leave it for them like that. But I'm a fan of wrapping birkenstock. So you simply place the leather on the sole you had applied your gum on, as you can see in the video. Then you gradually apply little pressure on the leather, placing it on the sole. Now if there is any air showing or any pleated part showing, you pull the leather and make sure you keep adjusting the leather into the insole and into that birkenstock to be sure that it is properly aligned to the insole that you had already applied gum. If you see any pleated parts and you are feeling like there is air showing on the insole or on the leather, you will simply pull that leather and make sure it aligns, or else that air that you are seeing will not go away. So the earlier the better. It's not so difficult. You just pull the leather and make sure that there is no airy parts, like no air that you can figure out in the insoles showing. Then you can simply adjust it to the way you want it. When you are done with that and you are sure that the leather and the insole are properly aligned, you will go ahead into trimming the excess. Like I said, since we are not wrapping it down to the sole of the birkenstock, this is just perfect for what we are trying to achieve. And besides, this is what the customer requested for. So we are obviously online, like we're doing what we're supposed to do. So this is how you can wrap the insole of your birkenstock sole. Hope you find this little tip very useful. I know you did. So in our next class, we'll just go ahead into welting the birkenstock. So that's it, guys. Thank you for always watching and always coming around. I hope to see you in my next tutorial, guys. Bye.